Hi guys, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Oops. Thought I'd go today that I've actually made the Hydrus into peerless. So last week I took oh hi Marilyn, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I took one of these pound shop plastic children's palettes, and my husband washed them out a while ago and I've been keeping them. So this one has a darker background. I didn't think it would work, but it did hold a lot more colors. And so my other idea was to put a white piece of paper. If you had a white piece of paper, your colors would show up better, but it's fine. I'm going to do a color swatch, but what I did was I think it's in one of the videos last week, I took my Hydrus and used although I've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I've got 15, 16, so I've got 14 because I didn't do black or white. And remember what I said about the brown. Now the burnt umber is the culprit. Venetian brown behaves itself really well, but for some reason the pigment in the burnt umber doesn't like the binder, and as you can see, it's gone bitty. Now it's fine for colouring in because you just touch it and it's fine, but you see all the other ones are beautiful and smooth, except for the browns that I used. Just bear with me a second, guys. That may help not being upside down. I've set my desk up downstairs and then last minute chickened out and came back upstairs. So as you can see, the little bits there. So I thought we would have a bit of a play. So let's have a look. The first thing to do is obviously a color swatch, because when it gets to these colors here, these were all the purples that I was making and the reds. You can't see them very well being on the black background. So perhaps I should have done all these colors on here and those on there, but they still would have been quite difficult to see. And actually, because this is clear, you can see them better than those. So maybe I should have put the pale ones on that side. But I think it would have darkened up anything. So I'll do a color swatch first. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 sevens are 49, 49, 50, 56 colors. So I need a piece of paper to do a little bit of a color swatch. There was quite a lot of color in here, but if you see, it's dried to almost nothing. That's fine, because remember what we said about them being so strong. If I tilt them up, you can see this, it's almost just a bare covering. And so that, just change that and go, will make a difference. But it does mean that you can shut this. It did take about 2 days to dry. You can shut this and you can put it in a book, and you've got 50 colors, even without mixing colors. But the beauty of it is, if you can actually open it, it's in my hands, is they are so vibrant. They are very, 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 very well pigmented, are these professional Hydrus fine art watercolors. So I just bob those away, safe. And see if I can find a piece of paper. Now these are like the watercolor swatches. That's a photocopy paper. Let's see if we can do. You could, if you wanted to be really neat and tidy, get one of those little plastic. Oh my goodness me. Stencils. And some of them sometimes have got a little hole in them. That's not a good example, but neither is that. Oh, that's a half circle. That might be quite good, actually. I think I'll use it. Oh, little squares, little oblongs. That's quite a nice little size, is that? We only want a tiny amount. I have mine in a drawer. Sometimes there's some really tiny ones, but I think that's the one we're going to go with at the minute. Yep, that's the one. I think I'll use that one. And just use a circle. And you can do it two ways. You can do it to dark, you can do it solid. So I'll do that first, because then that will give. Now, if I put that A4, I can fold it up, put it inside it, and it won't touch it. So we'll do an A4 folded in half. I do have a piece of sketchbook paper. I may as well use this. This is Sea White of Brighton sketchbook paper, and it's recycled from coffee cups. So it's quite nice to sketch on, just rough sketches. And then if I fold that in half, so that should be perfect for that. So we'll fold that in half. And I do actually have that there. So I'll just shut that for a minute and pop it there. Get rid of these because they're a bit small and fiddly, so we don't really want those. But you have to do what's handy for you and what's easy for you. I mean, I could do it. I've got some watercolor paper to test, but I'll do it on here. So we've got 4, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means we could do a row. If we folded these in half, we could do a row on each one, and then I need 7 in each one. I'm not going to do it, I don't think, too neat, because I'm not in a neat mode. Apologies. So if that's there, if we just do that, have our lines, and we don't have to measure. So we've got 4. And we've just got a rough outline. Oh, hi, welcome to Bunny's Designs. Right, so I've got 8 squares and I've got 8 rows. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 in the middle. Not going to be so big anyway. Just to keep it a little bit neater. Unless we fold it again, we'll keep folding and see what happens. you are folding to make a particular mark, you need a bone folder really to make every crease count. Oops, moved on me. That wasn't good. I found, or my husband found, a giant oops, like, fell over, cornflake box, a really huge cornflake box, and it's probably that wide. It's probably that wide, and of course, sketchbook. So it's probably a bit bigger than an A4, I think. But I thought, brilliant, that's going to make a fantastic sketch book. So I may make that next week. So I know I'm going to go through my sketchbooks next week, but that will be maybe downstairs in the conservatory, because I think in England we're going to get some dull weather now. Right, if I take that one to that one. I don't know if this is going to work. I just thought it was easier folding than it was getting a ruler out. And if I fold that one to that mark there, that should give us another. Again, they don't have to be perfect, but it would be nice to have little squares. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 32. So then we need to fold every one again. And I'm going to have extra, but it's not going to bother me. It'll just be fine. So and then we'll fold that one.